Batman's arch-nemesis is of course the Joker, and their relationship is not one that is easily defined. They're sort of frenemies and sort of codependent on each other, or at least that's how the Joker is with Batman. The Joker is of course insane and has a manic obsession with the Dark Knight. He doesn't even see him as a person, but as a sort of dark personification that is his perfect rival, and the Joker doesn't want to share him with anyone. So when Batman started to take on partners, the Joker got rather jealous, and so he's been kidnapping, torturing, and even murdering them for years. Now, sometimes these deaths are in the main DC universe, and the characters are then later resurrected, and sometimes they are in alternate universes, so the characters usually stay dead. But this video is going to go over every time that the Joker has killed one of the Robins. And by Robins, I mean Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne, and even though she technically wasn't a Robin, I'm also going to count Barbara Gordon as well. JLA the Nail. In this alternate universe, the Kents never adopt Superman, as their car gets a nail in the tyre, and so since they have a flat tyre, they don't drive into town and they don't see Superman's rocket. And this changes the whole of the DC universe in a lot of ways. But the important part for this video is that the Joker manages to get a hold of some Kryptonian power gauntlets that give him control of some sort of energy, and he's able to erect a force field that only Batman's allies can go through. And using his new gadget, the Joker easily defeats Batman and holds Robin and Batgirl up in the air. And though we don't actually see what happens, it's clear from the Joker's words and the tears in Batman's eyes that the two of them are being telekinetically ripped limb from limb. And this actually causes Batman to completely lose it, and once he gets free, he murders the Joker by snapping his neck. Although any court of law would surely count this as a case of justified temporary insanity. But still, it's a very rough way for Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon to go out. Emperor Joker. In this story, the Joker gets Mxyzptlk's powers and becomes an all-powerful god, and he then conquers the entire universe and remakes it in his image. And of course, he kills all of the Robins. Now unfortunately we don't see how he kills them, we just see their corpses all propped up as a kind of demented art exhibition. But Dick Grayson, Jason Todd and Tim Drake have all been killed by him. As for Batman, the Joker does kill him, but he puts a kind of curse on him so that Batman is resurrected each day, only to be killed again in a more and more gruesome way, such as being eaten alive by birds. He's tortured so badly that it actually drives Batman insane, although fortunately Superman is later able to take the memories from him and absorb them into his own mind of steel. Now why exactly Superman can handle them when Batman can't isn't answered, but since Superman is essentially a god, it probably has something to do with that. Under the Red Hood. In this classic film, the Joker abducts Jason and then beats him with a crowbar while Batman races to rescue him. But unfortunately, he arrives too late to save him, but just in time to watch a bomb go off that kills him. Now, the anniversary edition of this film is a multi-part film where you decide what happens, so there are actually versions where Jason survives. But in the classic version, Jason Todd is killed, even if he is later resurrected by Ra's al Ghul in one of his Lazarus pits. And pretty much the same thing happens in the comic book that this story is based on. The Joker abducts Jason, beats him with a crowbar, and then blows him up. Although this one was a little odd, as comic book readers were able to ring in to vote for Jason Todd to either live or die. But sadly at this point, Jason Todd was not a very popular character. He was just seen as a poor replacement for Dick Grayson, so the audience voted for him to die. Although ironically, this led to him being resurrected and becoming the Red Hood, and the Red Hood is a much better character and actually now a fan favourite of the Bat family. Titans. In this live action show, Jason Todd goes off on his own to capture the Joker, and the Joker ends up killing him with a crowbar, which then leads to Batman finally snapping and killing the Joker with a crowbar, before Batman disappears from Gotham in order to recover from this whole ordeal. And Jason is later resurrected in a Lazarus pit by Scarecrow, and it seems that Scarecrow and Jason Todd have joined forces in order to take over Gotham. And bizarrely enough, Jason dying was actually a part of that plan in order to neutralise Batman. This story was a bit of an odd one if you ask me, and a bit of a convoluted, if ballsy plan. although both the Red Hood and Scarecrow are eventually defeated by the Titans. And that is every time that the Joker has killed one of the Robins. Now personally, my favourite will always be from the classic Under the Red Hood film, as it's just my favourite DC animated movie. But which is your favourite? And if there are any other times that the Joker has killed a Robin that you know of, then please let us know in the comments so that we can make this video as complete as possible. And I'd just like to quickly remind everyone that we have some merchandise available on our store, and to say thanks to all of you who have donated to the Needle Mouse Productions page on Patreon. And as always, thanks for watching, and feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment.